You're saying you're a
Yeah,
different person than the person I met just a year ago.
absolutely.
This is not an interview. There is no format. This is simply a conversation about life.
Because you're saying you were a different person when I met you.
Yeah.
What changed? Yeah.
I think I started. I think I started studying all the like resources, books, and things about how to be happier,
Mm-hmm.
like just how to be happier, how to be more pleased with life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I started doing things that I like
Mm-hmm.
and trying new things to see if maybe I enjoy them also.
Mm-hmm.
And it it appears that I enjoy a lot of things that I haven't tried before. I thought that are just not for me,
Mm-hmm.
because like I was also somehow like raised and taught that some things are good for me and some things are not, and some things should bring you pleasure or satisfaction, and other things are just like you should just do them. They are not
Mm-hmm.
supposed, like most people go to work and think they, as you said, that they should just work and then get their pleasure like
Mm-hmm.
at the club
Mm-hmm.
once a week. So I decided that I can make everything that I do pleasurable
Mm-hmm.
and making me happy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I started with small things, but actually there are like major changes in my life that came with these small things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just with the decision to be happier.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, no, I actually have heard this expression quite a few times, and just recently I heard it repeated that happiness is a decision.
For me, it's like 100% true.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And for you?
Well, for me, I mean, I think I might just be a little bit of a different person.
Yeah.
I don't remember many. I mean, I've had moments in my life where something has happened and then I was unhappy about it. But
Mm-hmm.
generally speaking, I have been happy my entire life. I don't
Okay.
really, but the thing is I think I understood. No, I won't say I understood. I think things just happened in a way where I made the decision very, very young what I wanted to do with my life, right? Which was make music,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And so instead of, like my mom would have probably preferred that, oh, go to school for something that you can earn money from, and then you use this is your backup plan, and
Mhm.
so and then you earn money to fund the things that you want to do on the weekend or something like that. And I always knew this was not the way that I was going to do it. I
Yeah.
always knew that I'm going to take what I enjoy doing and figure out how to earn money from it.
Mm-hmm.
How to support myself from what I love doing rather than doing something I don't love, and then because then I seen so many people get to that place where you don't feel fulfilled, you know what I mean? Even especially the worst part of it is people work and they aren't even making a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
But do you feel do you make the difference for you about the feeling of being fulfilled and happiness when you're making music, when you do what you like to do?
well, I tend not to do things that I don't like to do.
Okay.
So and the fulfillment, I mean, I am a person who does like the challenge of achieving things, and I feel fulfilled. I actually fulfilled from the challenge almost as much as actually succeeding. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
So, because I feel like I have purpose. I have a goal. I know what I'm trying to do, and whenever I do things towards these goals, I feel good. So
Okay.
this is what I mean.
Okay.
I never, and I always knew I was. I don't want to say always, because it is always, but I don't know where these things happen. But I always felt responsible for my own happiness. I never
Mm-hmm.
looked to any other person, any outside situation. I never felt bored. I always said, I get into some situation, and how can I turn it around? This is how I,
Okay.
you know what I
I think it
mean?
took me years to get
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
yeah. And I also if I might offer you something based upon my impression of you when I first met you, right?
Okay.
I got the impression that you wanted to make statements, you wanted to change the world, you were interested in the injustices that were happening and all of these different kinds of things. And for me, I think this is always, I don't want to use the word always. I do think that this is a very difficult life to have if you want to be happy, because you really don't have any control over other people. And so when you look for your fulfillment, for instance, or your happiness based upon like seeing major changes in the world, you know and these things happen so gradually most often,
That's true.
that you never feel happy. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to use always and never. I don't mean to say this, but it's so difficult to pull your happiness out of it, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure. But maybe you just like learn to be satisfied with small things that you do. Maybe I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go there, but maybe people who do this kind of work, maybe they just learn to be more satisfied with small things, like with everyday things. I don't know. I mean, because I know that there are people that consider this is their like calling to change the world, to do major changes, to actively participate in like social life and changes in social life. So it's definitely not for me. Like I want to participate with my art, and that's it. I couldn't like go out in the street or to protest or something like that. I admire those people, but I couldn't do it myself. So that wouldn't bring me any kind of satisfaction. Just maybe like some more awareness, but no satisfaction. So, but maybe probably they learn somehow to feel satisfied with what they do. As I know, my friend who is doing, you were speaking earlier about helping others, and I know that my friend she's hosting a group of therapy group for refugees, refugee women, and every week she's meeting with her friends. She's meeting those women, and they are having these discussions, and they're talking about their problems. And it's only the talking thing. They don't do anything like they do not help integrate them in society or something. It's only the talking thing, but still she won't stop doing this. She feels a lot of satisfaction and happiness because of the help she can offer.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just the type of person who feels good about like just giving and not expecting anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works.
See, the thing is like I would say that this is different. Actually, this is something that is in my this is something that also enjoy doing. I really love talking to people and exchanging ideas. I really like if someone has something that they want to achieve, I want to help. I want to
Mhm.
be like a sounding board. I want to offer up
Yeah.
suggestions and ideas, or if I have some experience, I want to pass it on to make things easier for them. And so I can understand. And it's
Okay.
really because it's so personal, and and it actually can go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It can actually have like a direct effect on a person.
Yeah.
But that's different than a situation where you need millions of people to change them. You know what I mean? Like when the parts are so big that it leads to a lot of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
frustration and anger, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes. I know.
You know what I mean. And so this is why I think it's really hard to be happy when when your purpose and goals in life are really dependent on other people being different or something external from you that you don't actually control. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I was talking to one of my friends recently, and it's just a different position in life probably, because he was saying that I do not aspire to be happy. I don't believe this is possible. I believe there are like short periods of satisfaction that are possible for me, but I don't believe that I can be like happy all of my life. So I don't aspire to be happy, but I really want to get this satisfaction from bringing a change. Uh, and maybe I will not even see this change during my life, but I want to know that I did something for that. So this is what, I don't know, brings him joy or satisfaction or fulfillment maybe, but
Yeah.
not happiness, and he is okay with that. I mean, this is how he sees life, and he's okay with that. So maybe it's also a different like type of mind or person who
Do
just doesn't
you
want this happiness.
Right on, right on. So now I'm curious. I'm just curious. Not that I don't. It's not about like speaking negatively about this person you just mentioned. I'm just curious. There's a difference between I think there's being happy, right? And then there's not being happy, and then there's being unhappy.
Yeah. And he said that he's like he's not unhappy. He's like
Yeah. Yeah. And
zero.
so right. So to me, I think then it's doable. Then it's doable. It's just it's and I think the world needs people like that can maintain their balance and still do these things because somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The thing that kind of I think becomes the issue is like there's some people, they do these things and they are just so angry. They are so
Yeah.
unhappy when and this is like a major, when it's a major part of their life, and for some people it's their whole identity, existence is doing these things, and so they're just in this constant state of unhappiness.
This is somehow their fuel. I have friends like this too, and I'm always amazed at how much energy they can have and can spend on these things. I'm always like, where do you get the energy, but they get it from the anger, from the like being I don't know, um, disagreeing with what's happening outside.
Yeah.
But it's not for me. I think in from the society point of view, I'm very, very, very selfish. I only want this like little bubble and be happy inside of it. And
Well, I don't. You who says selfish? Who's saying selfish? You?
yeah,
Because I don't really think. The thing is when you really interact with one person, right? You know how many little kids they can, or they grow up to be adults and they can tell you some little thing that this adult helped them with totally change
okay.
their whole, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean, there's nothing selfish about that. Like I think, and if you can put a smile on a person's face,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can tell you, there was this one time, I was in this club back in Philly called Fluid. It was a pretty small club and it had like unisex bathrooms, right? And I was talking. This girl was there that was talking to someone who knew someone that I knew, and we kind of all just started talking. And then the girl says to me, she's like, you don't really remember me, do you? And I was like, no. And sorry, I don't remember you, but okay. But she said a year earlier, we were in the bathroom and she came out of one stall and I came out of another stall, and I just looked at her, and I can totally see myself doing this because I've done it so many times. I just asked this. I'm
I
like,
can
"Hey,
hear you now.
you okay? You all right? You know?"
Uh,
And
you just
she,
disappeared for I couldn't hear you for like 15 seconds.
okay. So I
Let's
was
go
saying
back
that I
to
was okay. So I was in the I was you heard what I said about coming out of the
yes,
bathroom
that
part?
was it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I came out of the bathroom stall, and the she came out of the stall, and then we were like right by the sink, and I just asked her. I was like, "Are you okay?" And
Mhm.
she told me she said she had had an abortion, or she had just lost a baby. I don't, now it's been so many years, I don't really remember. But she said the fact that you even asked me how I was doing really meant a lot to me, that she remembered me a year later, just for, and we didn't have a long conversation or anything.
Okay.
I just
Yeah,
asked
yeah.
her, you know? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing really like small when it comes to like interacting with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. Sometimes just it's my ego that asks for bigger things, but I understand and I agree. It's just sometimes like you want to give yourself more awards for being good and for being, I don't know, active in the world.
Yeah. But this, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I guess I get it. I mean, I don't think this is. For some people, this is what it is. Like, this
Yeah.
is what their calling is, or what they need to do. I guess, I understand that or whatever, but I think there's also a space for the majority of the people in the world to just have good interactions with each other.
Yeah. True.
Like, don't, I don't know. I think you're all right. I think you're all right. I don't see you as a selfish person. I don't, from the little bit we haven't had a million interactions or whatever, but you know,
Okay.
yeah, like come on, man, come on, man.
Maybe I'm just in a little bit of selfish phase.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel that I'm very, very focused on myself more than I have ever been. And maybe that's why I say that I feel selfish now. Because before when I was younger, I felt like I have to give out more. Even if I didn't have it, I felt like I have to give out a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just very focused on myself, and I would give away only if I have like that much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
would
I
only
mean,
start interacting with the world if I had like a surplus of energy. It's like,
okay. I mean, I guess I can see how you can interpret this as selfish. I guess I can see how you could say that. But at the same time, just imagine for a second, right? That if people spent their time becoming the best versions of themselves,
okay,
what what the world could actually be. You know what I'm saying? If we, because the one thing that you actually have control and agency over is yourself.
yes, that's agreed.
This is how I see it. Like I think if you be good to yourself and then you in turn you're good to other people. But if
Mhm.
you are constantly expending your energy, especially in this way where it's aggressive and frustration and everything like this, really what do you have to give to yourself? And what do you really have to give to other people? Because I can tell you, I've met people in this place, and it's almost like they can't even enjoy the simple interactions in life because everything is
Mhm.
thought of in terms of you know what they feel so strongly about.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. But I mean, these are the things that also I think come with age. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know many wise young people. I know a couple, but not many. But usually these things come with age and after like some experiences that you're just tired of and you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to experience this anymore. And then you realize that there are other ways to feel good or to feel better. So
Mm-hmm.
you start like searching for them.
Mm-hmm.
I, that's what happened to me, I guess. I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, I was having, I think I wasn't happy. I was many times satisfied and like I felt good, but there were like short moments of satisfaction. And then after this comes some kind of like emptiness or you just keep looking for something,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And now I realize that there is a way to be just happy without being like constantly maybe satisfied with some things, but
Mm-hmm.
just be.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think this is aging
Yeah.
also.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a place for youthful enthusiasm, and this youthful ambition that you're gonna, you know what I mean. Yeah, this is what it is to be young. You know what I mean. You feel powerful and you have a lot more energy. But then once you get a little bit older or you've experienced some things, I think you also come to a place and you do understand, oh, this is why all these older people didn't. I see it now. I get it. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean,
Like this is what my mom was saying 20 years ago.
yes, yes. And it's so many things that you you don't realize there's a reason certain things have gone on the way that they
Mm-hmm.
have gone. And
Yeah.
when you're young, you think, oh yeah, there's totally a better way. Like, oh yeah, this generation totally came up with this brand new idea to do this. You know what I mean? Like, no one's ever thought of trying to do
Yeah.
this before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's so many things that and if you aren't careful, you put yourself in a position where you have all this time where you realize, oh man, I could have been doing this when I was younger, or you know what I mean? And I spent all my time being so wrapped up in this, and I'll never get
Yeah.
this time back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I'm trying not to feel bad about the time that I'm not getting back. But yes, I know that I could have spent like another 10 years better. Like just being happier, not better. Maybe just the same way, but being happier. And I've only like realized this now.
Yeah.
But I'm glad this happened finally.
This is not an interview. There is no format. This is simply a conversation about life.